What's that there? That's what the people did. They're gonna go to work.
Rush hour commutes from hell on back-to-back mornings earlier this week, from operation issues to signaling issues and emergency alarm activated online. These are just some of the challenges that caused delays and unprecedented overcrowding on two of the TTC's major subway lines and prime transfer points used by hundreds of thousands of commuters daily. Many had no choice but to wait until service resumed, the Transit Commission calling the saga abysmal and apologizing to customers. This afternoon, Toronto police say a 48-year-old man was arrested after 10 TTC track switches were damaged yesterday, resulting in the closure of Royal York subway station for several hours. He faces numerous mischief charges. This week's TTC nightmare has many calling on the city to speed up work needed for downtown relief line.
Transit riders were really upset this week who experienced the crowding online because it was dangerous. But it was unsurprising because the TTC has been underfunded for years.
It's expected to take more than a decade until Toronto's subway system will see a downtown relief line. It's a plan that was approved by City Council just last May. The alignment will allow commuters to bypass Bloor-Yonge Station and have trains traveling southbound from Pape Station to Queen, then Osgood stations on Line 1.
We really need John Tory to fund better TTC service this year. We need all three levels of government to fund the relief line as soon as possible.
Following the week's transit chaos, Mayor John Tory held a press conference saying the city is doing everything it can to advance the relief line.
Consistent with the challenge of putting one's money where our mouths are, we have fully funded the planning and design and engineering work that will lead to shovels being in the ground to actually build the relief line.
We need to relieve the overcrowding on the existing system. Right now we're in a dangerous and dysfunctional situation.
Councillor Josh Matlow says the project has been slipping through the cracks as new governments come to power. Though the councillor says some work has been done, he adds that other transit projects have been prioritized.
Preliminary planning and all the work that's been done now should have been done years ago. But I think that all of us need to demand that the relief line be prioritized and focused on. You know, when our mayor has meetings with the premier, I hear about the one-stop subway. I hear about Smart Track, which is no longer even the Smart Track that was promised. We all need to focus on the relief line because, frankly, that is the priority of people.
Mayor Tory says the city has a timetable that needs to be followed, but he'll once again ask staff the question that many have asked before.
I will further ask them, again, a question I've asked repeatedly, publicly and privately. Is there any work that is being done on other transit projects, including the whole list that I've mentioned, the waterfront we've just seen a report on in the last day or so, that is slowing the relief line down in any way? And I've been repeatedly told the answer to that question is no.
What's next? The city says a detailed design of the line will be completed by next year. Now, for now, the expectation is for this relief line to be up and running by 2031. For City News, I'm Faiza Amin.